No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The give to the tailback. And some room to work. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Play action on first down. Looking to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on his shoulders.
Pass to Sticks and still on his feet.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Wide receiver going in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets rid of it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Lagway. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. And the Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The option look. The pitch. Creates a little space. Past the first down marker and still running. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Gators are marching down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Lagway. Fires to the right. Holds it in. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they did tack on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's snowed under. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Oh, he's got a chance. Good, solid tackle.
Man, it's nice when you can buy some space coming out of your own end zone with a nice productive run.
Snap the ball thinking about make sure we don't get a safety, and now all of a sudden you've got a drive started. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Buys a little time. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Using his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Toss sweep to the left. Slithers into space. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss him to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
The Sooners line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got a little space. Oh, a lot of space. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Sooners. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on games.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll move the wide receiver. The offense changing the play. And back to the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Wide open spaces. Lots of running room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gator. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Sategna. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wants to throw on third down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. There he goes. The 30, at the 20.
why you hold your breath every single time this guy catches the football. That's a short, easy completion. He's so dangerous after the catch, David, and he shows you the wheels, taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out, how about the QB play? Getting the ball out right where he can catch the football and use his speed and playmaking ability after, and he shows you, man. That's why he's dangerous. That's why this offense is always one play away from getting to the house.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Ball. Going to try to get it himself. Turning on the Jets. There he goes. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On the direct snap, it's Ball. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Trying to slam in. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's 3rd down. You just got sacked the play prior, but you do a nice job in the pocket. You get through your progression. It's not open. You take off and run, pick up the first down, fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB showing off his poise.
Finds his tight end. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. As going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
The play action fake. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hope. He's out of bounds at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball land, helping his QB out.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on third down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
On fourth down, going to the air. With the catch, it's Sturdivant. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. The running back has it. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Turning it on. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
To the ground with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. To throw, it's Mateer. He wants it all. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Between the uprights, it's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. With the catch, it's Wilson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. He wants to go deep. He's got it at the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Back to throw. It's Mateer. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in the first down and more. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. but the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Got it behind the line. It's Gibson. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Fears the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last. And we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Now on the move. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Flying out to the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sooners.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll line up to go for two. And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Gators need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. He's loose. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep. Don't give up those big plays. Make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Trying to make magic with his feet. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Motion from the wide receiver. Might be changing the route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Looking to the big tight end. Snags it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Well, they get the touchdown here, and I think if you're the head coach, you got to go for two. You got to have a two-point play dialed up right now. What can you run you feel like you can execute to tie this thing with not a lot of time left on the clock?
They got the touchdown, but still a two-point conversion short of tying it up late. Slams ahead. He is denied. Stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the two-point conversion. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Smashes through the tackle. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're